Once upon a time, there lived a wise man named Tenali Raman. Tenali Raman worked in the court of the king Krishnadevaraya. The king Krishnadevaraya liked Tenali Raman very much. One day, the king rewarded 100 gold coins to Tenali Raman. On his way home, Tenali Raman was followed by a thief. He wanted to steal the 100 gold coins from Tenali Raman. After reaching his house, Tenali Raman stood outside the house and chatted with his wife. They discussed how they could spend the 100 gold coins they received from the king. The thief jumped into Tenali Raman's house. He hid himself behind a huge tree in Tenali Raman's garden. He waited for them to get into the house so that he could break into the house and steal 100 gold coins from them. Unfortunately, the thief slept behind the tree. He woke up the next morning to find Tenali Raman coming out of his house. So, the thief hid himself behind a huge bush in Tenali Raman's garden. After crossing the huge bush, Tenali Raman noticed the thief hiding behind it. Tenali Raman did not want to call for help because he thought the thief might run away if he called for help. So he created a plan. He called his wife and asked her to bring a glass of water. She brought him the glass of water. He poured it in his mouth and goggled, and then spat it on the bush. The water splashed on the face of the thief, but the thief did not move because if he moved, Tenali Raman would call for help. So the thief stayed behind the bush motionless. Tenali Raman asked for another glass of water. He again poured the water in his mouth and goggled and spat it on the bush. The water splashed on the face of the thief again. This time he did not move. Tenali Raman asked for another glass of water. He did the same. He poured it in his mouth and goggled. He spat it on the bush. The water splashed on the face of the thief. Finally, Tenali Raman asked for the fourth glass of water. His wife got confused. She did not know why her husband was goggling in the garden. She brought him the glass of water he asked. He poured it in his mouth and goggled. This time, he spat that on the face of his wife. She got angry. She called for everyone. All the neighbors came rushing on hearing her sound. They asked Tenali Raman why he spat on the face of his wife. Tenali Raman calmly said, "You all are angry just because I spat on my wife's face once. But there is a gentleman behind this bush. I spat on him 3 times. He did not move at all." Everyone looked at the bush and found the thief. Without saying there is a thief in my garden, Tenali Raman was able to capture the thief. The moral of the story is that we have to remain calm in any kind of situation. When you are calm, you can take wise decisions, friends. It's time to walk. It's time to walk. But the horse was not able to stand up.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday.
Wednesday? Is it correct? No. It should be pronounced as Wednesday.
3 article brothers in English. They are the and the. Are we brothers? Let's
program in America was The Television Ghost, which featured an actor dressed as dead people and telling the Tenali Raman. Do you know her? She is one of the characters from the animated superhero film The Incredibles. Designing all the superhero uniforms is her job.
The video recommendation for this week is not about Neil Armstrong or about moon, but it is about the love that grandparents have for their
The
grandchildren.
company we keep decides who we will be. The moral of the story is keep good company if you want to be a good person.
Subscribe to our channel for fun facts, lessons on English, and tips for public speaking.